Okay guys, so today I'm going to show you exactly how you can set up a different way of layering your pads. This will give your pads a lot of movement, a lot of different dynamics, lots of different tones and textures. So what I've got here is I've got Spire. Just going to go in and select the Spire pads bank. Where are you? Pads, right. So just going to pick one from here. That one will do for now. I'm going to close this off. So what I'm going to then do is I'm going to group this like this, and then I'm going to hit this little button here. And what I'm also then going to do is I'm going to duplicate this. Now you can duplicate this as many times as you like, depending on how many layers you want. And then I'm just going to go into each of these layers and I'm just going to change the sound for each of these. So that sounds quite nice. Let's go in and do the next one. Right, so let's just pick a different one again. So there's 3 different pad layers. If I just close these off. Right, so we've got 3 different layers. Now what I want to do is I want to go in and go LFO. Now what I want to do is I want to go in and click on chain here. Now if I just grab all of these like this, drag this along, what I can then do is I can map this LFO to this chain selector, right? So this is now going to move. Now you can see it going up and down from this point. So I'm just going to put this in the center. Let's just turn the LFO off a second. I'm going to put it in the center here. Now what I'm going to also do is I can basically, if I just go to this point here, sorry, very small, right, do something like this. So this is now going to blend. If I grab this little bar here and I grab, say, this one going, oh, so small, this here like this, and drag this across here. Now what I could do is maybe drag this one like this and this one like this. So what's going to happen here now is I've got 3 different pad layers playing basically at different times with this chain selector. So if I do something like this, now this bottom layer, for example, could be a sub pad, and then these could be 2 different texture pads like this. So I've got 3 different layers playing. But what I want this chain selector to do is now move around. Now, obviously, if it's moving around like this, it's way too fast. But if we change the depth, you can see now it's going much slower. Now, let's also change the rate. So if I change the rate so it's much slower as well, so you can see this now moving around. So what it's going to do is going to start playing different layers or different amounts of each layers at different times. So let's maybe go change the depth so it goes a bit further along to the other ones as well. So it's also going to be playing different parts of these other layers as well. So for example, the sub pad one, you might want playing all of it. So this is actually going more like this, and it's playing basically the full volume the whole way across the selector. So small. Right, so let's maybe do this one. So this pad is playing all the time, and then these 2 are kind of like filtering in and out. So let's just listen to each layer. Let's actually go in and change this one to a much sort of darker pad. Let's go in and go maybe like sub pad. Close the filter a little bit, and then maybe let's just drop it down an octave. If I now bring these other ones in, so you're getting these really kind of like dynamic pads. Let's go in and maybe let's change it to a bit more random. Let's smooth it out a bit as well, so it's not just quick drops. Change the rate a bit. We could add just This is all going to be depending on what you want to do, right, and how you want it to move around. This could be too fast, for example. So let's just bring it down, make it a bit slower. Let's try maybe one of the gliders. Any of these, just messing around. Have a little play around, see what works for you best. I can't really give you an exact rate or waveform that you want to use. We can obviously play around with the depths and stuff. You can then obviously level these out however you want. And you could have different layers, such as like maybe an atmosphere pad, sub pad, and like a super saw pad. And these are just pads taken from the Spire Bank on the website if you want to check that out. But yeah, have a little bit of a play around and see what sort of interesting textures you can get. If you've liked this video, please hit subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any other videos. And if you are struggling with your productions, head over to allanmorrowstudios.com, where there is plenty of start to finish courses, sound banks, templates, MIDI packs, Ableton racks, and everything else you can think of. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.